I'm back. Okay, so here's the story. Last episode, I told you we had some big news coming up, and the big news already happened because we moved to another house. It's very big, it's got a big garden, it got a big old barn that we're gonna rebuild into my garage. Not rebuild, but renovate to my fresh new garage. We got a big barn that we are planning to do weddings in, and we got another building that we are renting out. So we got a lot of projects coming up. So in this video, I will show you a few things, and especially the house, but I also will show you I bought some new tools, and I got a new car project. I don't know if I showed you earlier, but later in this episode, I will definitely show you that, and we will go through it just a little bit, and then go through it more thorough in another episode. So, before we begin, click subscribe, push like button, the bell so you get the notification when I upload new videos, and I promise it will be more when I have all of these projects coming up. And now we're gonna roll the intro. So as I said, we're going to talk about the house that we just moved into. It's been 3 weeks, quite precisely, and we actually moved from Västerås, that I had my small garage, and we lived in a house from 1970s that we purchased from the people who actually built the house in the 71. We absolutely enjoyed it, but now we felt that we want to be more on the countryside, and we've been looking for a while. So we found this in Sala, that's about 30 kilometers from Västerås. Meanwhile, I talk right now, I will do some drone shots during the day so you can actually see what our little farm is all about. It's not a big farm, we don't have too much land that we're gonna harvest or have some animals or stuff. We will just have our garden and this barn that we're gonna renovate eventually, and our house. So it's nothing too big, but it's quite big anyway. So okay, first off, we got the big house. That is a house that actually was moved here from another farm. We found an old board in the attic that I will show you. So we found this old board where someone has written down where the house was from and when it was moved here. But in the contract it says that this house was built in 1909. So it's more than 100 years old, so that's quite cool. It is about 194 square meters big, separated in 2 floors. Downstairs we got the kitchen, laundry room, sort of dining room, and a living room. We also have a small hallway or entrance where we go in, and there you have the staircase up to the upper floor. Up there you have 4 separate bedrooms, and one we have also combined into an office that we're going to use, since I'm working quite a lot from home. So that's quite a big house, if I say myself. And in the backyard we got a big nice terrace, and we got a pool. And my daughter thinks that is so awesome. And we also got a big lawn that we're gonna play football at and just play around. And in the backyard we also got a small place where we can grow vegetables and fruits and stuff, so we can be a bit more independent and don't have to buy everything from the store. So that's awesome. Okay, so I think that's about it for the house for now. We're gonna move on to the economy building that we call it in Swedish, ekonomibyggnad. And we are renting that out for a guy that is been living here for a bit more than a year now, and he's also a car mechanic. So that's might be very handy for me. He already helped me getting the Range Rover here by picking up on the trailer and drove it here. So that was awesome. Thank you, Anton. But otherwise, if I have some problems or anything, I maybe can get some advice from him. So that will be very good since I'm having my new project coming up. But anyway, in that building we have a small apartment. No, pardon me, a big apartment. It's about 90 square meters, I think. So it's actually quite big. So in the bottom floor you have a kitchen, you have a bathroom with a shower and toilet, and then you have a quite big bedroom. And also, oh yeah, you got a kids room down there as well. So it's actually 2 bedrooms downstairs. If you go up, you got a bigger living room and then a big bedroom as well. So it's easily 4 people can live there, easily. So that's awesome. Okay, moving on to the big old barn. Yeah, you heard it, we got a big barn. I think they changed the roof probably a while back, but it seems very good anyway. We got a picture, I think it's from 2008 maybe, and on that picture they have already changed the roof, so that's sort of new. Otherwise we will try to just clean it up a bit, make it a bit more solid, and maybe in the bottom of the L we will have a lounge area. You can play pool, you can play I don't know, golf simulator and watch football and stuff. So just a chill out area, hopefully, in the future. I think the previous owner had cows, or I don't know, maybe the owner before that, I don't know. But they had cows or some animals in one part of the barn. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Maybe we're just gonna keep it as it is, but just tidy it up a bit and make it a bit more clean. Maybe we can have some small concerts or stuff in there, put up some light, maybe we can have a second-hand sales or something, I don't know. The ideas are many and we will see what the future brings. And next room is the future gym area, where we're gonna hopefully work out a bit, because I've been a bit lazy last year. So eventually that will be the gym area, where we have the gym carpet, we have a small rig, and we have some barbells and stuff. So hopefully that will be awesome, and we can work out at home. Before they used it as a parking spot for automobiles or trailers or caravans. Singular, not caravans, it's not that big, but just one caravan at least. But now we're gonna turn it into a gym. And then we got my big project. Okay, so this, as you've seen in my previous videos, I've been hanging out in a quite small garage. I had to like squeeze myself to get past the car and everything. Try to keep it a bit tidy, but it wasn't that easy. So in this place we got 60 square meters, I think 60, maybe 70. Wait, I will measure it. 9.5-ish. Okay. Gonna use the calculator. Roughly 70 square meters. But let's see. 9.5 times 7. 66.5 square meters of garage. That's quite big. Okay. So what are my plans for this garage? I will definitely paint the ceiling, because we got some stains up here. I don't know if it's mold, I hope not. I don't think so. I just think there are something, I don't know. You will have a close look. And then we got some oil stains up over here. So what I will do is just try to clean it off with some paint prep cleaner, and then paint it with like special sealant color or something. It seals everything up, so you can then paint the ceiling with another color, white of course, but yeah, in a separate color. So that's the plan for the roof. I will change the lights. These are pretty old, and it's quite okay actually. It gets fairly bright in here, but I think I will change them to a bit more modern light, maybe some LED lights that are a bit stronger, so we get really good light here. And I will get an electrician here so we can place the lights where I want them to be. Yeah, and then the walls. I think I will do a quite long bench in the far end of the garage. A big workbench, maybe not all the way, but pretty much, with some shelves on top and then good lighting. So I can be working at the bench, working on this carburetors and stuff to see the small needles and everything, so it has to be good lighting. So that will be down there, and then I will have some shelves to store spare parts and chemicals and oils and tools and stuff. Just a bunch of shelves. And the rest of it will be places for the machines, like a compressor, welder, and stuff like that. Otherwise, I will try to keep it quite clean on the floor. I will build a table that you can move around with the wheels on, so you can actually bring with you when you are working on the car or something. That I also can have like a studio table when I do YouTube videos. That's my plan. And for the painting of the walls, I will do it myself, as I will with everything else except the electricity. I will do the top floor, no, not the top floor, the top part of the wall I will do them white to get some light in here, since I don't have any windows except the two doors. I got a small window on, so I want to keep the garage quite bright as I can. So it will be white ceiling, white upper part of the walls. But then on the bottom part, I will do like a first meter and a half maybe. I will do it in dark green, I think. Something like this. What do you think about that? Could that work? Or maybe like industrial blue? And then the floor, I have been over this quite a few times. One day it's like, just keep it as it is. Don't bother paint the floor or anything. Just paint the walls and get the ceiling okay and the walls okay, and then just work it. Because when you're gonna drive in and out, cars will all be scratched anyway, so don't bother. But then when I wake up the next day, I feel that I'm gonna do epoxy floor. That would be pretty cool, don't you think? I was planning, if I had the ceiling white, wall white and dark green, I think there's like a color here in Sweden that is almost like a bit cream white. I think it's called light grey or something, but it's the YouTube videos that I've seen, it is almost like cream white. I think that would look awesome if I got the cream white floor against the green bottom of the walls. Please leave a comment of what you think I should do with the walls, but my idea, as I said, white and green and the cream floor, I think that would be awesome. Well, okay. Okay, so enough talking about my garage and the house. Let's move on to the next thing I want to talk about. Before we moved here, I got in contact with my cousin. We keep in contact, we do, but not that often. And he is working at a firm here in Sweden that are selling professional equipment to companies and for private use. So they were closing up a store, and I had the chance to get a good deal on this red tool cabinet in the background. I don't know if you can see it because it's quite dark, but it's a big tank tools cabin with, let's see, 715 different pieces. That's more than I will ever use, I think. So one day I will go through it. I don't know even half of the names of all the tools in there in English. I don't even know them in Swedish, so there will be probably a shitty YouTube episode. But anyhow, I will show it to you because I know there are many, and I myself love tools, and I like to just see what it's all about and how much you can actually use. So that will be in another episode. And for now, I'm actually waiting for a big Tank Tool flag so I can try to be sponsored by Tank Tools, but I actually had to pay for it. But I got a good price, so I'm thrilled about starting to use it a bit more. thank you, Oscar, my cousin, and the company you're working for. So the next project of mine is a silver Range Rover from 1984. That is a 3.5 liters V8 carbureted petrol engine. According to the statistics or the Transportstyrelsen in Sweden, it has only ran for about 6,900 kilometers. No, 69,000 kilometers. 6,900 mil. 6,900 mil. 69,000 kilometers. So that's very, very low for a car this old. But it hasn't been like through the MOT or the car inspection for the last 6 or 7 years. So it might have been running quite hard since then, I don't know. Or it's just 7,000 miles, 70,000 kilometers, I don't know. But I bought it from a guy in Stockholm that had 3 Range Rovers. I think it was like 2 2-doors and then this 4-door Range Rover from 84. And he actually bought it from a guy outside Röde here in Sweden, but never picked it up. So this guy that I bought it from, he's from Stockholm, bought it from the guy outside Röde, like last winter, I think, winter 2019-2020, something around there, when the COVID started. But he never picked the car up. Owner that had the car right now, he was still in Stockholm, and he said to me, okay, when we go and get this car, please don't say that you are buying it, because he has been so kind to me to kept it in his storage for this long, and I haven't paid him anything. So we've just been standing there, so please just say that we're just gonna pick it up and no more. So we did, we met over there, picked it up, brought it up on a trailer. He got some spare parts, got some engine and other stuff, and I got some parts that was included in the purchase of this car. And then we just brought it up on a trailer, and then we went to ICA and parked outside, and then we signed the papers and everything, and I paid him and la la. And that was in April 2020. No, 2021. Since then it has just been standing on my driveway in Västerås. So it is about time that I will actually start doing some work with it. And now that I got a good space to actually tear it apart and start working on the car, it would be a blast to start on that project. So my plan is to drive it in here, just tear it apart, a bare frame. I will grind it down, paint it, rebuild the whole car. I realize that it will take a couple of years, probably, since I have 2 kids, a big farm to take care of. I work full-time, and I also do part-time photography, and I want to do this as well. So I have to extend my days to like 36 hours would be good. Hey, it will be fun. Yeah, so that's my plan. So we will go through the car a bit more in another episode. But for now, I just wanted to give you the information that this is the next project of mine, the big project, and I'm still working on the Chrysler, but so hopefully we can get that sorted out, and then we can get it through the MOT and then sell it so we can buy more parts for the Range Rover. Yes! But for now, I've been talking for quite a while now, and I'm getting dry in my mouth, and I want to go grab a beer. So, thank you so much for looking at this video, and I hope you kept watching until the end, even though I'm not awesome at English and I maybe just talk rubbish all the time. Please subscribe, put the notification bell on so you get a notification when I upload a new video. That is good for the algorithm, and I want to please the algorithm as much as I can. Anyway, subscribe, notification, thumbs up, comment, and I'll see you in the next episode. I don't know what we'll do in the next episode. Maybe we will start renovating the garage. That's a quite big step, but I think that will be the next step. Okay, see you. Ciao!